In this video, we're going to ride along to work again, some more traffic updates, and then she plays hooky, goes home because the house is empty, and she gets a little time to do whatever she wants. So we're gonna call this one Tangent Tuesday, because, you know, she's all over the place. But hey, we love that about her, don't we? Lots of good tips and tricks and organization and all kinds of stuff rolled into one as she tries to get ready to do a stick with me that she doesn't get to in this one. So probably the next one. Okay, gotta go answer the phone. Bye-bye.
Me, yeah, me, and I could tell it wouldn't be long. The years with me, yeah, me, singing.
How's that?
Well, they seem to be in trouble a lot. Getting hacked, and that whole thing is not good right now. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing?
I'm recording you wearing your...
Don't record me wearing these fucking glasses.
Too bad, I already got it.
I don't give you permission to put that on the web.
Okay, fine. Good morning, everybody. Today is October 2nd. Oh, you did it to me. My husband drove when we went to Disney World, and he always does this. He steals the lighter out of my car. Piss me off. We're already running late. And so, hi, how's everybody doing? Okay. We're gonna call a mulligan on that one. See? You get mulligans on Tuesday too. Alright. That's what happens when you let somebody drive your car. Shouldn't let him drive it. Come on, get up there. It's October 2nd. And I don't know why this is showing. Here we go again. This is like becoming a common thing here. My mirror showing. Anyway. We'll deal with that some other time. It's warm. It's warm out. Okay, I'm going to face you toward the road. But I am in such a good mood. Such a good mood. And Chanda, you are the culprit. I didn't get far on Alice last night. It's this little tiny corner. But I had so much fun setting up the tilt table in the living room. I have the love seat with an ottoman, and I just plunked it right down on that ottoman, and it's awesome. I love it. And if you haven't already looked, you're at 100 subscribers. You were at 66 when I took the screenshot of your page, and see, it's just do things and they come back to you. Do nice things and they come back to you. So I was so excited to see this morning that Diamonds and Craftiness has 100 subscribers, so she gained 34 yesterday. Yes, awesome. But been seeing lots and lots of supportive comments from everybody for the last 2 videos, and emails are coming in, and you guys just, you know, I'm good with my bubble. I'm gonna stay inside my little diamond painting bubble, and it works for me. So I'm gonna be perfectly content to. Oh, and then he broke the thing off of my. He broke that little plastic doohickey off of my glove box. I hope we took the car for a car wash. I hope they didn't suck it up with their vacuum cleaner. But I'm not gonna let it bother me. So I brought along a tag because my intention was I really wanted to do a tag while I worked on Alice, but that just didn't pan out last night. I had to help my husband too much with let me turn you around first so that I can concentrate. So I'm just excited and ramped up today. My husband is like a strong sneeze away from launching his website, but we keep running into issues. Oh God, so anyway. So I ended up helping my husband last night with a strongly worded letter to the gentleman. And of course my husband wrote it out of emotion and very angry, and it was very much a rant with lots of words in all caps with quotes and exclamation points, and I had to you know, tone it back down, because you know that's what I do for a living, is put out fires, you know, talk people off the ledge. So I had to essentially rewrite the whole thing in a professional dialogue. So I was up doing that until midnight. But gosh, I clear my throat a lot. I noticed that on the last video that I clear my throat a lot, but maybe it's because when I'm stressed I smoke a ton more, because normally I'm only smoking like, I don't know, probably less than 6 cigarettes a day normally. And when I'm stressed out, you know, it jumps up to like a half a pack or something. So I wonder if that's why I keep clearing my throat over and over again. But anyway, in between helping him with that email and reading all of the wonderful, wonderful supportive comments that I was getting yesterday, I did not get very far on Alice. So I promised my coworkers that I would bring it in to work and show them. I wrapped it all up and I have it in my bag, and I was going to leave behind the mermaid, but then I thought, well, I really really kind of like the idea of just working on it at home, not carting it back and forth, and kind of keeping my progress to, you know, work. I don't know, I guess I was thinking, don't just go balls to the wall on it at work and all of a sudden you guys look and, oh look, she's half done. No, I kind of wanted to keep you updated on the constant progress and keep it at home as like our special thing. So I might do that. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, because then I'll probably never get the thing done in time. Well, not that I have to get it done, but I want to. Okay, I guess I'll go. Thank you. I have been, okay, I didn't address the whole parchment paper thing, and so I've had people emailing me about that, asking me what's up with that, because I haven't had time for the video of what my deal is with parchment paper. So I didn't the reason I was like warning is because I didn't want anybody putting it on their canvas and having some big messy disaster because of the advice I had given. So all of that idea of parchment paper, I know it's all over the place. Use parchment paper, and I know of one person in particular who had problems. It was either, I think it was on Diamond Painting Underground. She had posted a picture of the mess she had, and I was kind of like, oh my God. But I also asked her, you know, some more questions, and she ended up taking baby wipes to it to try and get it off, which of course once you get it wet, it's like wet, snotty toilet paper all over the thing, and ended up with a bigger mess. So the fact that that even happened to her made me like on high alert with my own mermaid painting with the parchment paper, and I started like really scrutinizing how it was behaving. And I started to become alarmed, so that's when I immediately put up the warning, please read below, or whatever I said. And now it's been like a really long time since I put that up, so I need to address that and let you know what's going on. I can't show you because I'm in the car, obviously, but at least tell you verbally so that you can be aware. Now, what's happening with mine, I put that parchment paper on the mermaid painting probably, I don't even know, several weeks ago, right? It was 3-4 weeks ago. I don't even know how long, but it's been a while. It's not like I just freshly put it on, you know, within the last couple of weeks. And the longer it has sat on the painting and the adhesive, the less strong, the weaker the parchment paper becomes. So that when I go to pull it back, it tends to shred now. It doesn't come off easily. It tears, usually along the seams where I'm trying to get it off. Now, I'm able to get it off by, you know, taking the very fine pointed tweezers and slipping it under the parchment paper and pulling the shrapnel off, but it's getting worse as the days go by. When I first did it, it pulled back very easily. Now, I have theories as to why this is, but some of those theories I can like immediately dispel, because number one, I bought my parchment paper at Dollar Tree, and I thought, well, it's just cheap ass parchment paper, maybe that's what's happening. I know Allison Rosen uses the parchment paper from Dollar Tree, and several other people do too, and have said they have no issues. So blows that theory. Number two, the length of time it's sitting on the canvas. I don't get mine done very quickly. It takes me a very long time to finish one, and my paintings are extremely large, 2 feet by 3 feet, 60 by 90. So it's a big painting, and I am not cranking through them. So it's sitting on my canvas for a very long time. I don't know how long it's taking other people to finish their paintings, so I don't know if that is a valid theory. Number three, it's extremely humid in Florida all the time. So I don't know if that's valid or not. I talked to Allison last night, and she said, well, where she is, it's incredibly humid too. So I don't know. Perhaps it's a combination of these things. Cheap parchment paper sitting on the canvas for a really long time, and it's really humid here. And mine gets rolled up and unrolled at least twice a day, because I'm taking it back and forth to work. So roll it, unroll it, roll it, unroll it, roll over and over and over again. Versus maybe somebody has theirs just sitting out flat. I don't know. But I am experiencing issues with the parchment paper that have me concerned. Not so much that I've pulled it all off. I have not done that. But I'm thinking a happy medium, a compromise, would be to put the white paper back on, or if it's new, leave the white paper on and just put parchment paper on, you know, whatever strip you're about to work on, whether it's top to bottom, left to right, whatever, however big you tend to open up. Just do, you know, that section from one side of the painting to the other, so that it's only staying on there for, you know, like in my case, I can usually get all the way across a painting in a week for the area I do. I tend to open up 5 squares, and I do 5 by 2. So then, of course, depending on your painting, but yeah, so I might pull back 5 blocks of the white paper and replace that from one end of the painting to the other with parchment, just 5 squares wide across, so that that parchment paper is only staying on there for a week or 2. Maybe that's a happy medium. So parchment paper had me concerned because it seems to pull the shiny off or leave a residue on the adhesive, and I don't know which is more accurate, whether it's just, if it is leaving a residue, does that affect the life expectancy of the adhesive, or if it's none of the above, it's not leaving anything or taking anything with it, it's just taking off the shiny finish, and I don't know, I have no idea, but it is something that I've considered. Is this method affecting the life expectancy of the adhesive in any way? So that's my explanation as to what my warning with the parchment paper is. I have concerns, but I am not a scientist. I have not done any, you know, research. It's all rolling around in my head, so take what you will and live long and prosper. Okay, so there we go. There's my rant about parchment paper. Now this tag that I have, now that I have kind of taken a peek at it, and just, I know somebody brought up the concern on one of my recent driving videos about me reading in the car, and isn't that kind of like texting? And hey, I totally am with you. Be safe, not stupid. And as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to show you something, because right now I'm actually in motion, and I'm not going to read in motion. I don't want you in front of me. Get away from me. Okay, so I have a tag, but, and I understand completely that don't read while you're driving. Okay. When I was in college, I was so bad, okay? I used to put my textbook on the steering wheel and read my chapters on my hour drive home. I lived an hour away from home, and I'd go home for the weekends. I would read my assigned chapters for whatever class I was in by putting the book on my steering wheel. Oh my God. But again, I was driving in rural Illinois, which would be like a 10-mile straight road through cornfields. You had every warning in the world if a car was coming, because you could see them for miles. Can you see how big that print is? So it doesn't take but 1 second to glance at that when you've got it sitting kind of, you know, where your radio is. You look down, you read that, and you look up. It's no different than looking at a GPS in my mind. So I hope that that's relieved anybody's anxiety that I'm, you know, sitting here reading while driving, because I don't do that anymore like I used to, reading like actual books in the car. It was so bad. But this, I've glanced at several questions, and they're all about how your day went, and I've been awake for 1 hour, so I think this will be better at another time. So I'm gonna not do it. I thought I was gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. So we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? That's one thing I don't tend to talk about. Oh my God, you know, I just filled the car. We go to Disney one day and now I'm on empty. Son of a gun. So he stole my lighter, he broke my glove box, and he left my car on empty. And the coffee maker was blinking again today. There was no water in it. I love my husband. Okay. So this morning he was still on his tear because he stayed up till midnight last night on that email, which is like unheard of. He usually goes to bed between 8 and 9 o'clock, and he stayed up until I think it was like 11:30 when he finished it, and then I had to proof it and you know, revise it, and got it done around midnight for him to reread it again. Maybe it wasn't quite that late, because I ended up talking to Allison on the phone last night for a while he was reading it. But anyway, it was really late. It was 12:05 by the time I climbed into bed, and he had just laid down. So, so this morning he's still all like worked up over it because the guy left him a voicemail at 5 a.m. and he played it for me, and the guy was like, because basically at the end of the email we fired him. We told him that we didn't need his services any longer. We'd finish it ourselves, the website. And so he left this like 2.5 minute long voicemail where he's, you know, all agitated and concerned and explaining that he did exactly what he was supposed to do and everything is. And what else did he say? There was some little coined terms he kept using that we just were like, knee-jerk reaction was to roll your eyes. You know, I'm going to be out of pocket from 8 until early afternoon. Out of pocket. I've never heard that phrase, out of pocket. The whole, you know, corporate buzz talk or whatever you call them, buzzwords, lingo, it drives me crazy when they, you know, come up with these. It's just lame, whatever. But he had, my husband had contacted him yesterday, and because yesterday was the deadline for the website to be all final revisions done, and it was supposed to be done by Monday morning. And so yesterday my husband checked it and nothing was fixed that we specifically asked for, and things we said do not do, he did. And so he had emailed the guy immediately and said, when are you available to talk? And the guy emailed back, my morning and early afternoon are all, I'll be out of pocket all morning until early afternoon. I have some flexibility after 3:30. So my husband called him at 3:45 and left a message, and we never heard back. And so then in this voicemail this morning, the guy says, you called me at 3:45, only giving me an hour and 15 minutes in business hours in order to respond to you, and I wasn't going to call you after hours. However, I think that this matter is important enough that I will make an exception today and call you after business hours if needed. We're like, you said you weren't available until that time, and now, oh, and then he also said, and you only gave me an hour and a half or whatever within business hours, and I apologize, but I was with my family during that time. So not only did he tell him not to call, that he wasn't really available till after 3 or 3:30, but then he says that he only gave him an hour and a half during business hours to respond, and he was with his family during those business hours. So what the hell? I mean, this guy's an idiot. I have this book, and I've got to show it to you guys, and it's going to be like rated R, so, you know, don't be watching the video. I'll warn again. It's I can't remember, curse generator, curse, I don't remember, but it's a flip book. It's got a top half and a bottom half, like those old books where you'd match up the person's torso and legs with different outfits or animals and create a curse. That's what it is. I think it's create a curse. And you flip them together, the two words, to create your own curse word, and it's freaking funny as hell. And I have to find that and show it to you because I just think that would be fun. Like, for example, here comes curse word, cum dumpster. I had never heard that term used before I did this curse creator book and came up with it, and my husband and I laughed and laughed and laughed at this word that I quote unquote created, cum dumpster, and then I started hearing it on, you know, in movies and on TV and whatever, cum dumpster. But so yeah, creative cursing, it was so funny. I started watching another channel, trying to binge watch some of her videos. It's My Diamond Painting Addiction, and she had left a lovely comment for me on one of the videos from yesterday about how she was sad that I wasn't going to do the editing videos anymore. So I this morning while I was getting ready started watching hers, and I only got through like 2 of them, but so I'll include a shot of her channel here and put it in the link it at the end of the video as well to give her a shout out for her channel. I think she has, I think it was 300 and something subscribers, so she's getting started. And however, you know, even if I don't do like regular editing videos or how to do a YouTube channel videos, again, please, if you have specific questions or need help or suggestions or ideas, you know, just shoot me an email at goneoffmymeds@gmail.com. I would be happy to help you out with anything I can. Or if there's several people who want a specific topic covered, you know, if that's, there we go. Okay, so the editing. Let's not scrub it completely. Let's just say if people have the specific idea of any type of video, whether it's an editing video or you want to know how to fix something in particular in your house, or if you want to see any of my other crafts that I do or whatever, you know, just treat my email like a suggestion box and I'll track it on a spreadsheet. And let's say once I get to, you know, 10 people asking for the same thing, then you got yourself a video. How's that sound? We'll start at 10 for now. If 10 people want something in particular, you got it. And we'll give that a little trial run and see how that goes. So and that goes for anything. So, you know, whatever gets the most votes gets the next devoted video. So if, you know, 100 people go, hey, we want to see the map, then you got a map video next. If 100 people say, hey, I want another chapter or 2 of the book, then you got the book. So I've just opened myself up to get flooded with emails. But hey, why not? Or comments. Comment below. That's probably a better way to do it, is comments in YouTube, because then you can all see what each other wants to, rather than it all being private. But either way works. So I'm gonna Or I could pull. There we go. I'll pull. Pull? I don't know. I have no idea how I should do it. Maybe I should do a pull on how I should do the pull. Gosh, I dither, don't I? Maybe that's why so many people like these driving videos, because you're just basically watching my meds kick in. It's like, holy shit. And then, you know, we should do like a comparison then to my drive home and how much more rational and sane I appear to be on the drive home once I'm, you know, my medications have leveled out. And for anybody new who doesn't know what I'm talking about with the medications, I have attention deficit disorder. And so that's the meds I'm on, is to, you know, pull the brain out of hyperdrive. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking myself up here. I hate Corvettes. I'm sorry for anybody who likes them. I hate Corvettes. I don't hate the car. I guess I hate the stereotype I have in my head about who drives them. So, and that's probably because my ex-husband had one. But whatever. Hate is a strong word. I snicker at Corvettes. So. Let's see, what else is new today? Oh, today's Spirit Day at work, so I've got my orange shirt on, and I am hoping, I know, can you believe I'm about to say this? I'm hoping I get selected to join in for the Spirit Squad to run around and hand out candy today, because that gives me time off the phone. But we'll see. Maybe today will be a good day. The other day was Saturday. Man, it was busy. It was just getting hammered with phone calls on Saturday. It was so busy. And I'm guessing it was because it was the end of the month and it was the last Saturday of the month, and everybody was calling in to cancel their policies because their new policies were, you know, going to be starting probably the first of the month or something like that. People jumping ship, and my job is customer preservation team, so it's my job to get people to not leave. So Saturday was incredibly busy. Just one call after another. Just usually we have a little bit of time in between phone calls, you know, that it doesn't just the minute one person hangs up, it beeps, and then here's your next caller, and you don't even get time to have a sip of coffee. It was like that on Saturday. So that was not relaxing at all. Hopefully today won't be like that, but it is the first, well, no, yesterday was the first Monday. Yesterday was the first. So hopefully today won't be really, really busy. That everybody took care of it Saturday and Monday. I'm really feeling like I want a day off, though. I'm getting burned out, and my husband is just so close to finally launching his business and making money. He has, like, I don't know, I think at least 3 or 4 people on our street who want estimates to for work. So he has, like, that income, like, you can almost grab it. But he's waiting for the printing on the contracts to come back from the printers so that he has his estimate sheets and all of that stuff. And so it's like, as soon as he starts making some money, then I can, like, relieve myself of guilt for taking dock time, because I was doing that for a while there. I was doing it so much, though, that it was, I think, probably going to start showing up on some outlier on a report that she leaves all the time. But Right, we are here nice and early. I left later than expected, but it's 8:03, so I've got time. So I'm gonna go get set up, and I'm gonna go get set up. I could sit here and read a chapter or two, but I don't want to put any more stuff, record any more stuff that I don't have immediate anticipation of using. So I'm not gonna do that. That's how I get myself in trouble, where I'm got 6 hours of stuff recorded and I can't put out anything new for 2 weeks because I gotta do it in order. Right. I think I'm done with things to talk about, so I guess I might as well end it. But yeah, I've got both my paintings in here and my tag. So, okay, I will see you maybe on the way home. I'm playing hooky from work. I left a couple hours early. My husband was told that I got home at 3. He just got home. It's about 3:30. I've been getting my little craft area set up while I had the house to myself, and figured I would finally do the stick with me. So let me get the camera set up, and I'll pull up that tag. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I might have to pick a different one. We'll see. But hang on, let me turn the camera around, get it all set up. That looks like a weird angle, doesn't it? I don't know. Oops. Sorry. I can figure out how to do this so you can see like everything I'm doing. We'll just start down here, I guess. Or here. Oh, figure it all out again. I don't know how I want to do it. Let's see here. All right, I think that's good. Now, let me see. What did I want to get? Like 4 million different pairs of glasses for starters. Okay. Here's a tab. I've got these. Put all those in there. Okay. I've lost something already. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I know what I was sitting here doing. I was thinking I should put all this stuff away. This is my parts box for making pens. This is. Let's see here. Oh, we could turn it into our Velcro box. Sure. I was thinking of putting Velcro on the but that would be so loud when I go to take it off. Putting Velcro up on the selfie stick. And the only reason I even have an issue is because I have a large size phone and a camera case. The phone case that makes it like big. This would work too. My fasteners box. I need a bigger box for fasteners here. Can't remember what I've got in all these boxes. What's in this one? This one is tweezers, drill pens, and wax. And baggies. Okay. Okay. So I guess what I should do is move the baggies over to the small box because I don't have that many. Move Velcro to the big box. How many of you would love to take off work to go organize your craft room? Probably a few. These are Heck Guyver sent them to me. They're Dollar Tree hair rollers. And you can use them as a cheap alternative to the grip ties from Home Depot that were more expensive to, you know, either secure your diamond painting or whatever. It's a twist tie with a roller. Those are awesome. 2 sizes. now that I have them, I'm like, ideas. Let's see here. How would that, a little bit, I want bigger though. All those tilt table ideas, and I didn't have one. Opens up a whole new area of exploration for me now. And let me see what's in this big box. I don't remember what's in any of these anymore. Storage containers. Now we'll leave it up here. Let's see here. We'll just leave them all in one spot. That would make way too much more sense. And these things. Go. And since I have wax in here, then my Loctite goes in here. There we go. I can actually put the bags up here. Now I've got an empty box. There we go. Perfect. And this goes to this one. Goes to that one. You just gonna keep me company while I clean, or are you gonna pick up something? This is empty. Okay. All right. I know a lot of you have been getting those bead mat things, and Hackgiver, Dollar Tree. These are $1 dashboard pads. They're by the cell phone cases. $1. And you can see well, she actually cut them, but I concur on cutting them up. And so I have like my little Alice's trash bin. And I can just put it right there. There's Alice's trash. I'll move them around, but, and now we've got our little, there we go. There's my tag. Let's set that here. And these bookmarks that I found. Okay, what does she use those for? I just put them on my plastic. Keeps it out of the way. I do that more when I've been working on a flat surface with the parchment paper, because I'll pull off little strips, and then if I don't finish, I fold it back. So I use this to hold them back out of my way and then put them back up. But same idea as the needle minder, of course, just 4 for $1. Because I work on a budget. All right, then I've got this thing still. This was for, because I'm planning now that I have this table to make more trays. And then, of course, if you were to set it down on the table, I want to make sure you can see this. Yeah, I'm out of camera. I need to put like tape down on my desk. Okay, let me tip it down because you don't need to see so much down there. Okay, yeah, see, it does need to be the other way. Okay, I'm going to turn you. You need to go this way. There you go. Okay. Sorry, I know it's weird, awkward angle, but now you can see what I'm talking about. If this was up on here, you know, it helps that the beads aren't quite so angled to be spilling out. I'm going to play with this because I haven't really, I've done this much on a tilt table. So my experience is limited. But if you were to set this down on the table, you can see it just wants to spill out. So there's your little rest. But I don't want to cut this up because it's the only one I have. Yeah, let me get everything kind of situated. I've got my label maker, and what I did with these, just put this down without knocking my hook off. Yeah, that's like directly in front of me. That should be good. is, I don't think I need a knife. But then it occurred to me, why are we so against just cutting this off like we do the white paper? Because it seems like it's valuable because it's clear plastic, right? That's why. All right. I could even stick my spoon there if I wanted to. But, so yeah, these are great. They're $1. There's no reason you gotta leave it big. You could cut it up. And these I'm gonna try out. And I've got every tray I own. These with the, it was a great idea, the makeup sponges, but it just seems like it just is not sturdy enough. This sponge doesn't really want to stick to those pads. I think because the sponge probably holds dirt, grease, oil from your hands. I don't know, but the makeup sponges just don't seem to work that great. You could, I suppose, put makeup sponges into one of these with the pad, angle your whole pad, whatever. There's a million different variations. I'm going to try and do what's the easiest, fastest, simplest, cheapest, because that's how I roll. All right. Oh, I did need a knife for this. Oh, thanks. Okay. So. Got my little thingamajiggers. And I have one. This one I used the spray adhesive on. And you could even, if you kept them up there, I mean, heck, hey there, ho. Then it's really nice and flat for, you know, line up all your colors. Yes. In my, I am all over the place again. So I put everything in here and I recorded it without audio because I didn't know if I'd use it underneath a book reading as something to look at. But the numbers themselves are just right off the bag. These, here, let me pull one out. Okay, where are we? Okay, so I just pulled these right off the bags. Scotch tape, simple, quick, whatever. And then I made with the label maker the DMC number, and the particular label maker that I used is this Dymo. I used clear, and they're split. The paper backing is split in half. So I only took the paper backing off of the top half, left it on the bottom half, and I just stuck the DMC number to the container thinking, well, then I can just pull this off, stick it to whatever tray I'm using, line them up. And then it dawned on me, well, Diamond Art Club, they number them 1 through 45. I've got 45 colors. I could have done that a lot easier, but then I already have my label for when it goes into the Tic Tac box later on. If I don't already have one made, I've got my label, and they'll just get transferred right from here to the backstock Tic Tac box, permanent leftover storage. So I could go through and make a whole nother set with 1 through 45. So I did. I haven't stuck them on here because I haven't figured out which way I'm going to want to do this. It's obviously easier for your brain to find number 26 in a list than it is to look for number 906, but it also would depend on how familiar you become over time with the DMC codes, because coming from cross stitch, you know, you hear a number and you know what color it is. So let me take you over and show you the, I showed this in another video, but not everybody watches everything in order. I've come to learn that. So I've got, this is the oven liner. I tried seeing how non-stick it was for canvas. However, you wouldn't be able to see through it. But one of the viewers had suggested trying it, but I did just stick it on my magnet board. And I have, this is from when I did the Rainstone Cottage. I pulled them off the Tic Tac boxes, stuck them on the the paper so that they're reusable, and then I just typed out 1 through 45 and just tacked them up there without even pulling the backing off, so that if I do decide to do that, I've got them up here, or for a future project if they number that way. But that's where I keep my stickers, my reusables, and all of my horrible headphones, earbuds. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple more of these and try it out, see how well I like it, and then we will work on this. And I have a tag, but again, I talked about it on the way to work. This is a lot of stuff about what's happened through your day, and not a lot happens for me in my day because I played hooky and I only took, I don't know, maybe 16 phone calls today. I don't know exactly, but let me get you back in here. Sorry for the squeaking. I don't know if it was recording that or not because Bixby sucks and either shut off the recording or I didn't record any of that. So I gotta check now. Okay, so it was recording right up until Bixby screwed me. Okay. Okay, let's make a couple of these little, let's see, gosh darn it. We'll make a couple of the little tray wedges, and then I'm going to get organized and start drilling. Okay, let me set this aside for a moment. Clean up my surrounding area. And I have discovered, at least on a flat surface, I don't know about up on an angle, but these frosted trays from Diamond Art Club are awesome in that the diamonds that have the bubbles most likely didn't come from Diamond Art Club, but my paint with diamonds is, I'm pissed. Ran out of a color again. Anyway, you put this on the light pad with the clear-ish frosted tray, and you can see the little light shining through where all of the little air holes are in your diamonds so that you can find the garbage really easily. And of course, when I found all the garbage, I chucked them all in the bin, my trash bin. Now, keep in mind, I am like a quarter of the way done with that painting. And I have a ton of trash. Well, one of the light peach colors was full of either dirt spots, spots of other dye on them, or bubbles, or misshapen, you know, where they were like shrinky dinks. And I had so much trash, you know, I was just throwing them all in there. If there was anything wrong, and then I ran out. So then today at work, while I was talking to people, I sat with my tweezers and my Mr. Magoo goggles on, pulling them back out and sticking them on the painting because it was all, I ran out. So pissed because I'm trying to spread them around, not have all the crappy ones in one area. So let's show you that as long as we're having a tour. Okay. All right. This is the mermaid. Okay. And so here's how far I am. Let me do it over here. That gives you an idea, okay, of how far I am. I think you can see that. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay, great. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm Oh, more than a quarter. Let's fold it in half. I'm that far from halfway. So like 3 blocks from the halfway point on that. And then I have a little more to go over here. But this color right here, crappy diamonds. So I ran out. Now, if anybody else should run into the issue where you run out, or you know you're going to run out, the best way to do it, if you got to order more and you're not sure if they're going to be the same color, is to like checkerboard as far as you can and just leave it. And that way when you get in the other color, if it's not the same, it's kind of a checkerboard fade into whatever it turns into rather than just like a abrupt line. It actually looks really good on camera, but her face is actually like really pink. Not good lighting in here, but anyway, that's how far I am on the mermaid. I have that much more to go on this. And then 3 more squares and I'm halfway. I think it's very pretty. I think the detail looks great. I'm not happy necessarily with how pink her face is, but time will tell. We'll see. And of course all those diamonds popping off because they're misshapen. So let me roll this back up. Oh, hey, let's address the parchment paper. Okay, I'm going to pause it so I can get this set up on my table and we'll take a good look at it. Okay, this is so much better. All right. And again, I don't know that you can necessarily, let me take the filter off this light. Can you see that her face is very pink? It actually looks fantastic on camera. In real life, it looks very pink. Like, kind of baby pig pink. Not Pepto-Bismol pink, but like baby piglet pink. It's piglet pink. She's piglet pink. We all know what color piglet is, right? So that's what color she is. And this looks okay in this light, but the diamonds are very spotty, and you can see they're popping. See, they're just falling off as I touch them because they are. Yeah, they're falling off because they're so badly shaped that they're not going to stick. I don't know where that went. But, yeah, so now I got another whole parchment paper issue. Okay. As I was saying this morning, it seems to me like the paper itself absorbs the moisture out of the adhesive. So when I go to pull it off, I don't know if it's going to do it. It'll probably, you know, prove me a liar. But. Right there. It just, see how difficult it is to get it off? I mean, it's not at all like the white paper. It's just, now I've had that before where the clear has come off kind of firmly, even though it's not the wrong side. But that's okay because your clear paper is not going to tear. The white paper can tear, but it tends to come off really easy because it's really non-stick. And this seems to stick fairly firmly. And because it's really thin paper, it tends to shred. And then can you see what I'm talking about where it's more shiny in the river than where the parchment paper was? I don't know if you can see that. It's like super shiny wherever the parchment paper hasn't touched it. So I don't know if that means it's leaving some sort of residue from the paper, like if there's slight wax coating getting left behind on here that can affect adhesion long term, Or if it's just a matter of this is like super shiny and as soon as you touch it, you've left texture on it. But I leave my fingerprint on it. It's still shiny after I touch that. So I don't think that it's a leaving texture thing. I think I just have a sneaking suspicion that there's some sort of residue on it. So I'm going to grab a fresh piece and just kind of feel it. Okay. Dollar Tree parchment paper. Non-stick oven safe. All right, let me get on my glasses so I can read it. Maybe it has ingredients. Let's see what it says. Withstands temperatures up to 400 degrees. Chesapeake, Virginia. Does not say if there's anything on it. Whatever would be on it would have to be edible because you're cooking food on it, but I don't know how to explain it. I guess it doesn't feel well, actually it does. It kind of has the ever so slightest bit of smoothness, like a film. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't want anybody using parchment paper and then coming back and saying, oh my God, you recommended this and it's a freaking disaster. So use with caution. Be warned. I have not taken it off because I like being able to see the picture underneath. But I just am cautious. We'll see, you know, if it has to do with how long it's on there. And if it starts getting really bad where it's really making a mess. This actually came off really pretty easily compared to sometimes when I've done it. But yeah, if it does start to shred, I don't recommend getting it wet or anything like that. Just get some really fine-tipped tweezers. Or even your X-Acto knife blade and just get it between the paper and the canvas and try and get it up that way. Don't get it wet. I don't know. It just sounds like a bad idea. Bad idea. Has anybody tried this yet on a tilt table? It's probably not sticky enough, huh? Maybe. Anyway, let's put this away. We're done with you right now. She's still beautiful, but I'm just not... Oh, another one fell off. Yeah, really shitty diamonds. Now I need a piece of Velcro because I stole it for Alice. Let me get one out. Here. These are the tweezers I bought at Sally. They're like super duper sharp and extremely pointy and very thick, because I've heard a lot of people saying that their hooky tweezers bend. These are like really good, and it's $5 at Sally Beauty Supply. I had bought that jewel picker-upper thingy, a jinger. And didn't really have much success with that. So, I'll show it to you though. So you know what I'm talking about, in case you didn't see the video from me going to Dollar Tree that day. But let me put this away. And here's my storage system. Sorry. If I'm gonna put it away for a while, and then I have Velcro, and I just stick them right to the underside of my shelf in my closet. And then I have all of my cardboard stacked up because I keep everything. Okay. But we're just going to set that there for now. Yeah. Wondering if anybody's tried this. Put this away. And I think it was, I hate giving credit to the wrong person so that the correct person does not get credit, but I also don't like not giving credit. So I think it was Sasha Dawn said, hey, quit jacking around with all that adhesive, just use some double-sided tape. Well, yeah, let's do that. So let's do that. Let me get you back up here over and over again. Okay, we're probably gonna, you know, be parted briefly while Bixby makes an appearance, because every time I touch my phone, Bixby decides to show up. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Good. Now I'm gonna move you just a tiny bit so I can get in. Extra diamond laying here. Here we go. And let's see. I had extra pieces of this. 2 more, and I apparently set them down somewhere, and I don't know where I did with them. But I had more. I thought. Yeah. Maybe I did. I only have 3. I thought I had more. I do have this. Shove it up there for now. Side. Get rid of this. I hope you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see. This way. She never gets on with it because she's always cleaning up. Thirds. I'm doing thirds. Standard pool noodle. Okay, I've got my old double-sided tape that I got from my husband, and the stuff I bought at Dollar Tree. And this one's much wider. Let's see here, which one's the right width? Looks like this one is. So we'll use the new one. Oops, that hit the floor. Okay. Alright. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Okay. I like could have done it this way instead. Okay, that was silliness. Do it the easier way. Okay, let's get this lined up right there. And flop it over once. I don't want to work my good tweezers by sticking it in sticky. So, grab a pair of crappy tweezers. Make sure that's all the way in there. Stuck down real good to my tray. And look at how easy that was. And there we go. All right. I'm going to call this one didn't work. And neither did that. This is why we have prototypes. Let's see here. Push it really on there. That seems better. Squish it. Squish it. Squish it. Squish it really hard. Like smush, smush, smush. Here. Let's try that. Try this one too. Smush. Smush, smush, smush. Could probably do a double layer. I don't know if that would hurt anything. But, this one I had used that spray adhesive, so it's a little icky. Just chuck those. This one we'll try 2 layers of the double tape to see if that helps to have it thicker. Seeing as it has other stuff stuck to it. And okay. Oh, I don't have another pull noodle. Let's do this. I don't know if that wants to stay. No, it doesn't want to. Again, could be crap quality double-sided tape. I don't know. I'm kind of like risking life and limb by actually putting beads in any of this, aren't I? All right, let's try the Scotch brand. Let me grab another chunk of pool noodle. I should do different colors so I know what the hell's going on. Alright. Let's get that away. And there you go, the tape came right off of there. be. And there, tape came off again. I just did the whole damn thing. Ooh, my voice is changing. I think that one's cracked because it's got stuff all over it. Let's try a different one. And if you do that. It's gonna roll. Yeah, it wants to roll. How come these don't want to roll? Oops. Cut, don't tear. Okay. And that. Here. We'll go thirds again. Should I go quarter? Yeah, I'm going to try quarters. See if we can get more out of a full noodle. Because I'm a cheap bastard. Yeah, double-sided tape ain't working. And that doesn't work either. Is this my original? Yeah, this is my original with the spray adhesive. Where'd that one go? What's this? What's that? I hear it. And I got hit in the head. Okay, double-sided tape, epic fail. Good idea. Bad execution. So we won't do that again. We're going back to tried and true adhesive spray. There's way too much laying around here. Okay, put these away. Good idea. Definitely worth a try. Okay. Way too many of these. Let me go. That one. And this, and this, and this. Okay. Okay, can you see? Yes. quarters might be too small, but I'll try it. 1 3/4 and whatever 3/4 divided by 2 would be 6/8, 3/8. So we're going to try 1/4 and 3/8 and thirds. There we go. Okay. Stinky. You're supposed to then clean it out upside down by clean out the nozzle so it doesn't get all sticky. But I really don't want to just spread this out into the air of my room by cleaning it out. So, and it still worked from last time I didn't clean it out, so I'm not going to clean it out. Plus it's almost empty. I can put away my knife. And I don't know if I need my teaspoon. We'll just leave that there. Okay. I'm gonna stop this here because I think mine stops at like 31 minutes. I'm at 30, so. Okay, new clip. All right. Now, the reason that I wing it out backward was because the first time I made these, if you didn't put something, can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Let me go up a little. Okay. If you didn't put something kind of sticking back when you hit this with your drill pen, it like went whew. So a little extra sticking out behind. And don't pick your diamonds right from the very bottom of the tray. But we're gonna experiment today. We're gonna try it. Okay. I obviously didn't need to spray that far out, but oh well. Okay, there's one. Oh, somebody else had the idea of putting nail polish on this to kind of seal it up. That's an excellent idea. Let's try that with one. My nail polish is really old. I think we need to throw that away. Like molasses. Let's try this stuff. I could have probably used paint too, but we'll just do a little bit. Can't really see what I'm doing with clear. There we go. And I don't even know that it would be necessary to let it dry because we use nail polish to stick down diamonds. So I'm going to stick it on while it's wet. There we go. And let's label that one somehow. That one is our nail polish. We'll just put a little arrow. And oops. Okay. Hey, I could just use those. What the hell? Yeah, for whatever color you're doing. Just right. Okay. There you go. All right. These look like they're nice and stuck. So I am actually going to do this. I am going to cut just a little piece of this off for the bottom of my tin, my voice. All right. There we go. And I wonder, but I talked about this before, how are you going to keep that rinsed off? But, you know, because they get dirty and they stop sticking so well. And I'm thinking too, if you put it like right along the edge of your thingamajigger, I have a light pad there, a little lip. Oh, you probably can't see. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put these right along my here. And move that. There we go. Kind of brace it up against the, oh, it's, there we go. There. And try and get 3 out of it. There. And there. All right. And there. There we go. That one might not have enough. You can see this is going to be a disaster, right? And then I've got that rug underneath with that really long-haired rug. It's going to be awesome. Okay, let's do this instead. Before I cut one all up, I'll just put this smacked out in the middle. There. And ooh, throwing everything. Okay. It's worth a try, right? And there they all go. Don't do that. Now that would probably help it. Got an idea? All right. Grab that Loctite. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, I've already forgotten where I put everything. Let's be in this one. Get this out. All right. Here it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just putting a little blob. I could be much more, a lot less of it. We're trying it. There we go. Yeah, that's in there good now. All right. Steal a little. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My pen didn't dry, or it said nail polish. So I don't want to get pen on my beautiful new tilt table. There we go. All right. Let the games begin. Put this over here. Teaspoon of my tweezers. All right, put away my cardboard. We're going to take a little break. And then we'll come back to it. So. Okay. There we go. All right, I think that's enough for one. I think I'll stop it here, put this together, and do a separate video of the actual drilling, where you can see how this little idea worked out. We'll see how it goes. But I'll take this with me, and maybe we'll start with this. All right, let's head outside. We're gonna stay up here because my husband's taking a nap down on the couch. That's my craft room. Okay. So I wonder how that's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to be an epic fail. I think I'll try one color at a time. It should be safe, because I don't want to be shaking mixed colors out of my rug. But I do think that I probably need to end this here, because I had probably a half an hour this morning, another half an hour until I ended that clip. That's an hour. I'm at 12 minutes here, and I probably stopped it a couple times here and there, so that's like an hour 12, hour and a half, and then you got your beginnings and ends. So yeah, I'm probably like pushing hour 45 now. So I'm going to stop this here. And thank you all for making it all the way to the end. And thank you again for all of the wonderful comments of support for me over the last day or so. And I am so excited to kind of just get back to what I am enjoying doing. And I love, love, love my tilt table. I think that the stick with me's are going to be much better quality filming. So, Chanda, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And I also noticed that she hit 100 subscribers this morning. She had 66 yesterday. She said 100. That is awesome. I think I might have said that on the way to work, though, so I'm repeating myself. Anyway, thanks all so much, and here, look at the beautiful clouds. Alright, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed that. Leave her a message. What do you want to see? We need a poll for the poll. How are we gonna collect the data? She's data driven. Yeah, don't repeat socials. Anyway, gotta get back to work and check out the next one. I think she finally gets around to Alice. Maybe not. I think so. But yeah, maybe not. Subscribe, hit the bell, because you don't want to miss anything. Everything can turn on a dime, like several times, because she needs to wait for the meds to kick in, and it's just spiraling out of control. Take care.
Are you insane like me? Been in pain like me? Do you tear yourself apart to entertain like me? Do the people whisper about you on the train like me? Saying that you shouldn't waste your pretty face like me? Are you deranged like me? Are you strange like me?